So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I started my own social media marketing agency, but also go a step further and be completely transparent and show you the last 3 or 4 months of my income. I'm going to actually screen record and take print screens off my business bank account to prove to you that I'm not yet another YouTuber or content creator that's trying to push an online course to you, because number one, I don't have an online course to even try and attempt to sell you. And number two, I feel like an online course is just someone else's success story that they're just trying to flog on to sell you to try and make you successful. And at the end of the day, this works in any business model, not just social media marketing. But if someone else's success has got them successful and it works for them, it's not going to work for you. For example, my marketing agency, I fulfill the work myself. I'm going to get onto that later in the video, but I fulfill the work myself. I do all the videos, I do all the photos, I do all the editing, I do all the publishing on their social media accounts. I do everything myself. So if I was to go online now and build a course from my success story and try and sell it to you, someone who probably doesn't know how to work a camera, probably doesn't know how to edit videos, probably doesn't even know how to post on social media, how is that going to work for you? How am I going to try and sell that to you? So it just really doesn't work. If you're someone sitting there now and you're either working a 9-to-5 job and you're sitting there going, shit, I want to leave and start my own business. Or if you're sitting there and you've got a social media marketing agency and you're struggling to find clients, or you don't know what niche to target, or you don't know how to actually outreach to clients and grow and scale your business, then this video is completely free. It's not scripted. I'm just talking straight facts. I'm going to back it up with evidence as well. But at the end of the day, I've had a social media marketing agency for just over 2 years. I'm 25 years old and I've taken my marketing agency from no clients to 15 clients, making me anywhere between £8,000 and £10,000 a month in pre-tax revenue. So 2 years ago, I started the marketing agency and I honestly rolled into it. My intention was to never start a social media marketing agency. I obviously saw people like Iman Gadzi starting it and doing really well. I saw all these other YouTubers apparently doing well. You don't actually truly know until they open up and be transparent about their business, which many of them do, by the way. I'm not saying all of them do cover up what they're actually making, but I kind of just tumbled into it, and I suppose it comes from my background of creating promotional videos and editing, because I was just making constant promotional videos for clients that I would always have to chase. I'd have to chase, hey, how are you? Are you looking for a new promotional video? Or I'd wait for them to actually reach out to me and say, I want another promotional video. They give me £450 and I'm like, thank you, see you in 3 months. And my income then drops and goes up. And I was kind of just bored of that. And I wanted to create a package for a client that gave me monthly reoccurring money. To give you an example of how I actually run my marketing agency is the following. So I give them 1 shoot day per month. Sometimes some clients I give them 2 shoot days depending on how much I charge them and how much their retainer is. So 1 or 2 shoot days per month. All the editing and everything is included. The traveling is included. And then I actually run their social media accounts. So TikTok, Instagram and Facebook are the 3 main socials I kind of take over when it comes to my marketing packages. So I currently have 15 clients. So 15 days out of the 30 days, I'm busy out filming my clients. And I only have a maximum capacity of 30 days. That's absolute maximum capacity. I, in my own personal capacity, can only take on 30 clients, which, don't get me wrong, if I'm doing £8,000 a month now, another 15 clients doubling my business is going to bring me to £16,000 to £20,000 depending on who I bring on, which is a ridiculous amount of money. But there's a lot of marketing agencies out there who would bring on a client for £1,000 and pay a videographer $250 and pay a photographer $250 to do the work for him and keep the remaining £500 for himself. That's a smart way of doing the business, but you can get caught up with that really quickly, and that would only be my plan if I was to scale past 20 clients and I needed an extra helping hand. There are pros and cons of subbing the work out. The pros are you actually don't do anything. You can be in Dubai and be making £5,000-6,000 a month quite comfortably, because you're literally paying freelancers to do the work for you. The cons of it for me is, if I am charging £1,000 for a client and I'm giving out £500, and then I pay my tax on my £500 profit, I'm not actually left with much money. And personally, it's not worth the headache, because the client at the end of the day is calling your phone. They're not calling the photographer's or videographer's phone. So you have to deal with all the stress, the arguments, if there are any. Why is this not done? Why is that not done? What, for £300 a month? No, thank you. But on the other side of that, I would say, if you're someone who hasn't been lucky enough to come from my background in regards to photography and videography and knew how to edit already, I would say subbing the work out to freelancers is probably your best bet to grow your agency, because by the time you start to learn photos and videos and build up a portfolio, it's probably going to be too late. Especially if you haven't got any side income, it's just not really going to work. So there are two ways of starting a marketing agency, and luckily I knew how to do all of it already. It was just about getting the client. Big question I get asked on this YouTube channel and my TikTok, funny enough, is how to actually find your first client. And I've been there, I've done it. I've started a Facebook and Instagram page and uploaded my portfolio, and nothing was coming in, and I didn't have a single client. And when I did try and find a client, they said, yeah, sure, can you send me your previous work? And I'm like, I don't have any previous work. So it was kind of a really difficult situation to get started. So this is the biggest advice that I could give to you when you're first starting a social media marketing agency. Give yourself 30 days or even 60 days, 1 or 2 months, even 3 months if you can simply afford it. Give yourself a couple of months to actually reach out to companies that you want to target. For example, it could be restaurants, it could be kitchen companies, it could be gym owners, it could be valeting, it could be anything you want to target. Stick to one niche, for example, restaurants, because that is one of my niches. It works really well, not much headache, it pays well. So if you want to target those, just do that, but just don't nick my clients, all right? Don't steal my clients. But if I was you, I'd reach out to a restaurant that looks like they need better content and say, hey, my name's Joel, I own a marketing agency. I would like to do your content for free for 30 days and prove to you that my results matter. And if that person emails back and says, hey Joel, no thank you, I don't want free photos and free social media management and free videos, then that guy is an idiot. All right, it's just never going to work, even if they were paying you £1,000 a month. So don't worry about it. If you simply email people saying, I want to do content for you for 30 days for free, bear in mind you only have to go for one shoot day and then have a folder with loads of photos and loads of reels and just upload them every 1 or 2 days to their Instagram page. If you do that, they're going to see a big difference in either their following, their likes, their engagement. If I was you, I'd possibly ask them to run a giveaway for like 2 free meals and 2 free drinks or something like that to boost their socials, so you can show them a really cool and good comparison. Then you're 99.9% sure to get the client, unless you're charging like £4,000, which is ridiculous. But if I was you, I would do 30 days for free, show them the results. When they're interested, you just charge them £600-700 a month, and boom, you have your first client. That's exactly how I started. I'd done it for free, and the rest is honestly history. But the one thing I will say is I went into my marketing agency knowing how to do promotional videos. Like, I would class my videography up here to compare to some other videographers. I would say it is my literal bread and butter. But when it came to photos, I didn't have a Scooby how to do photos. I wasn't a photographer. I was just someone who done videos. So I had all the settings wrong and everything like that. But over the last 12 to 24 months, I've turned into a photographer that has gone from photos that are looking like this to photos that are looking like this, just from learning and adapting and buying better camera equipment. So it's all about adapting. It's all about learning. It's all about just starting. If you're just stuck on starting, you're never going to get anywhere. You actually have to start to get anywhere. And I know the feeling where you're scared to start. If you're working a 9-to-5 job and you're watching this, let this be your magic key to leaving that job and just starting whatever you want to do. So hopefully this video helped you. Hopefully it inspired you. Hopefully it's given you a fresh start and it's given you a bit of motivation to start a social media marketing agency. Or if it's not a marketing agency, it can be any online business. It can be dropshipping, e-commerce. Just hopefully you found it valuable in one way or another.